The Astro Slide is a phenomenal typing machine. I showed that in my last video, but it's average to poor in other aspects. I have to run it through my usual smartphone tests. It launched on Android 11 and then, as usual for Planet computers, got forgotten and didn't receive any OS updates. Security ended in 23, and I was able to use Google's Main Components app to bump up the Play System status to June 24, which is still not great. As a workable Android 11 smartphone, the chipset is fine for the typical buyer. Multitasking is quick, gaming is possible, and the AMOLED screen is good in all but bright conditions outdoors. And it's to Planet's credit that it works in both portrait and landscape mode, with the keyboard out or not, though some Android apps, of course, don't work well when horizontal. However, there are real problems with the Astro Slide's 48 megapixel camera. I mean, standard snaps, nothing too bad there, a bit of heavy processing, but it'll do for a keyboard-centric device to have a camera that's, well, serviceable. Again, more snaps. This is an 80 centimetre away bollard, the closest one, and I'll come to why that's significant in a moment. Again, a few more standard snaps. A nice blossom here in the spring in the UK, and one final shot of foliage. Again, this is about 3 metres away, no problems. However, I have discovered this just about gets away with it. Our dog, again, about 80 centimetres, 85 centimetres away. If you go closer than that, you start to notice this is a fixed focus camera, and anything closer than 80 centimetres, and you get some really ugly results, as you can see here. You just focused on the background. It's a fixed focus camera, so trying to shoot pets and flowers and nature close up is just a complete disaster. A fixed focus camera in 2025 is a nonsense. It was a nonsense back in 2019, and it's even more so here. You can't rely on this camera one iota. The stereo speakers are tinny with zero bass. I mean, at least they're in phase this time, rather than completely screwed as on the Gemini and Cosmo. There are some positives to be found. Happily, there's 7.5 watt Qi wireless charging, yay! Along with a notification LED at the top that glows red when charging and green when charged over 80%. So thumbs up for this. There is a custom button on the left here with about 20 possible assignments. I went with the torch, and two USB Type-C sockets you can charge with either, and there are subtle video out and accessory optimizations I don't need to cover here. The Astro Slide is, as with the Gemini and Cosmo, a curious beast, utterly unrecommendable to almost anyone, but also a curious object of desire at the same time, especially if, like me, you're a bit of a writer at heart.